Welcome to the Dachop team. I'm your host, Seth the Dart Child.
I'm your host, twinsinc.
Our show is about two guys and any friends that happen to come over with a topic that we want to chop up.
This is our barbershop style podcast. We discuss it all. If the fellas at the shop will go in on it, we will. Let's chop it up. What's going on, good people? How you doing? Happy Father's Day to my fellas out there right off top. How you doing? Seth?
Hey, bro. I agree with you. Happy Father's Day, because if no one else says it, I would like you to hear it from us. Enjoy your day, man. You've earned it. For real.
This is your day, our day, my day, Seth's day. This is our day. And today we just going to have this, this open dialogue about Father's Day and, whatever comes to our mind about Father's Days and, how we feel about it and other things. We're going to chop it up because this is what we're doing. I wish we had more men here to talk about it, but, we're going to chop it up with us today. Right, Seth?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's get on into it. So,
all right.
Hey, by the way, just to start it off with you, what are your Father's Day plans?
As far as what are my plans? Don't know yet. Because it's not up to me to make my plans for my Father's Day, right?
I'm just saying because I know you got to go grill and cook and all that. But
no.
But what? See, here the reason I brought it up because I literally have zero plan for today. Period. Right.
Right.
But when it came to Mother's Day, I kind of sort of knew what was going. Me and my sisters had worked out Mother's Day like 2-3 weeks in advance.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. That makes sense now. Okay, so before even Mother's Day hit, you had a roadmap. Hey, here's the game plan for Mother's Day.
Mm-hmm. Like we were going to get together. We're going to buy Mom's this. We're going to take her here. We're going to do this X, Y, Z. Then we're going to get together for dinner. And after that, the kids are going to present her this plaque, which is the best Mother of the Year plaque. It's good stuff. But all of this was planned well in advance, right?
Right.
But then when it comes to Father's Day, it's like 2 days before. Let's say it's Friday. So, what you want for Father's Day?
Ooh, ouch! I felt that sting right there. I felt that sting right there when you said that on Friday.
Yep.
What you want? What you want to do for Father's Day? What I want to do for Father's Day?
You know what? And guess what? Now, in the old days, because that kind of stuff used to tee me off, I'd be like, nothing, I'm good, I'm straight. I was like, no, I want a fishing rod and a tackle box. Guess what I didn't get?
That right there, whatever you just said.
A fishing rod and a tackle box. Because they just ask, people ask you what you want for Father's Day out of it's just a pro forma question. They really don't expect you to answer it with anything other than whatever.
Well, yeah, because you know what? In most cases, forget like the whole day, Father's Day itself. Most of the time, and I'm not gonna say all men, I'm gonna say most men, right? We really kind of have everything that we want or anything that we need, right? So, I'm already seeing, it's crazy because, within the world that we live in right now, how black men are being attacked. I'm sorry, I say attacked. Black men being killed in America now, right? So,
we're not sugarcoating that no more.
Yeah.
Martin Luther King didn't die for our civil rights.
Yeah,
he was murdered.
Yeah. I hate when they say that. I hate when they say, "Oh, Martin Luther King died for." No, he didn't die for. He got murdered.
He got killed. You people, y'all killed. Anyway, I'm sorry. At this point, I have so little chill left in my heart right now. Sometimes I hope I don't go too far. So if you see me going way left, feel free to pull you back.
But still, already on social media, I'm already seeing pictures and memes about, Father's Day. There's a picture of a guy who has a holy underwear, and the caption say, "Don't worry, fellas, Father's Day is right around the corner." Like, really, boxers?
Did you see the one with the burger that looked like it had shrimp and lobster on it, and it just looked like the biggest burger you ever had seen for Mother's Day, and then the Father's Day looked like an old McDonald's cheeseburger that got ran over?
No, I did not see that.
I saw, and the one I was looking at, somebody had commented that this was a lie. This burger got cheese on it. I ain't having enough sex.
So right. So with that being said, the bashing is already on a full-time high, right? But y'all people out there are so confused. 1 minute you talking about we love you, black man, we need you, black man, all this, but then y'all turn around and bash us. Mm-hmm. You know, it wasn't too long ago, you know what I'm saying, maybe several months ago, how y'all was tearing down our black men out there when we had the R. Kelly, Bill Cosby, and there's one else I'm missing. I swear there's 3. Oh, Michael Jackson. Y'all was tearing these guys down on the on these documentaries that came out, right? Mm-hmm. Now this Epstein, whatever, his documentary came out on Netflix, and I have not seen one post on it. I have not seen no outrage on it. I haven't heard nothing, no boycott, nothing. Mm-hmm. But just a minute ago, y'all just saying, "Oh, black man, we need you, we love you," but y'all just tearing us down several months ago. Well,
you know what? I will say this: seeing as how this current quarantine situation has been in effect, that I have seen significantly less attacks on the male species, on the male gender, than at the same time last year. You know,
of course, let's be real. Let's be real. Let's be honest. We know why. The tax on the men, of course, has been less of an attack now. It's because we're dealing with this COVID, right?
Hey, I wasn't going to say the C word. That's a cuss word.
Hey, listen, we're dealing with it, right? You know what I'm saying? That's the biggest thing we're dealing with. You know, we have 20 million plus. I don't know exactly. I know it's more than 20 million, but if I said 20 million plus unemployed people out there, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, no, you need to kick that 4 nickels. It's more like 40, brother.
Oh wow, see, 40 million plus unemployed people. Unemployment.
Oh, and I saw an article today that said 30% of America did not pay their rent for June. And another. See, I'm enjoying Father's Day for real, because it's like for the rest of the year I'm gonna be the man. You know what I'm saying? It's so much going on out there that's negative that if you a man and you in a good spot, you actually get to sit on your throne, and most people are gonna respect you for the rest of this year.
Right.
I don't think it's gonna be a hot girl summer this year. I'm just guessing.
Nah, it's gonna be a chill summer. It's gonna be such a mouth summer, because
it's gonna be I got pregnant during the lockdown.
I mean, it's gonna be that. It's gonna be pregnant. It's gonna be a lot of that. But the reason why I say you don't got too much of a bashing, because you're gonna need somebody.
Exactly.
See, when everything was smooth and you was out there making your money, living your best life, and all that, you have to depend on your man or a man, regardless. Not saying you need to depend on one, but you know what I'm saying? You whatever, F them, boom, 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 whatever. But now, when you're in your house by yourself, you got all the doors locked and all that, and you know people ain't really traveling around seeing other people, and you hear a little bump at night. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest, most of y'all women don't have guns. You know, some of y'all getting them now, but y'all don't have them. It wouldn't it be nice to have another big body, you know what I'm saying, another male to protect you? That, you know.
Well, instead of just the booty partner that you're using for sex.
Yeah. So of course. Now the man bashing won't be as big as it was.
Well, yeah, but I want to add 2 things to what you were just saying.
Yeah, go ahead.
The one thing would be the guns. Yo, I know if a lot of people running out to get guns right now, Well, three things. A, they're not even processing gun licenses right now. If you go into the DeKalb County website, they'll tell you straight up on the website they're not even accepting applications for gun licenses right now. So if you don't have a license to get a gun, you're not getting one right now. That also means that your background checks are going to be delayed. So if you bought a gun today, you still might not get it till to August 1st, right? Wow. And the prices on personal protection weapons,
right?
If you go to the website and check them out, oh yeah, you probably should have bought something months ago because it's supply and demand.
Right, the price has gone up. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you thought you'd be okay, but now that you're getting worried, they already jacked up the price. But that's just part of what I wanted to say. The other thing about you being a man, and some people I think starting to act better, maybe, who knows? Do you know what OnlyFans is? Yeah.
Not hold on. Not that I partake in any accounts of OnlyFans, but I'm aware of OnlyFans because I'm on social media a lot. I know. Yeah.
Okay. Well, first off, I would tell anybody listening, male or female, if you care to listen, I can go on Yahoo, Google right now to the image section, type in something, and see y'all naked. I can go to Pornhub or I heard some other stuff. I don't really know the name. And it's free. Whatever sucker out there paying for OnlyFans, God bless you, brother. I'm glad you got the resources to throw away because it's all free. You just might not see your girl, but you can see a girl.
Listen,
for free.
Hey, hopefully it's not your girl.
and it could be. But the part that I wanted to bring up was there was an article recently that said that OnlyFans is blocking and closing down any sexual content. So for everybody who thought you had a grind and a hustle, you could just go on OnlyFans and get you that money. Well, that worked for about 3 or 4 months. But yeah, you're back to where you started. I hope you saved a little bit of that money.
Interesting. So what you're saying is that, for the people who are on it, who perform those sexual acts, they're shutting that down now? Yeah,
they're closing out OnlyFans. So a lot of these amateur porn stars will not be in business soon.
Oh wow. And you know why? And you know what really caused that? It's really the influx of people who create an account. Because, of course, they got to pay those people. That's money. They got to pay people, right? And the company's probably losing money. Or maybe the porn industry was actually getting mad. You know what I'm saying? And like, hold on, you taking away my business. So
yeah, I wouldn't even begin to pretend like I cared enough to know the details.
Right.
I just know that a lot of individuals thought that in the absence of this, I can just open up an OnlyFans account and f anybody who got something different to say, and I can make my own money. See, when you don't, my philosophy is this: regardless of whether you're black, white, Hispanic, Asian, whatever, male or female, if you really want something in this world, there's a couple of different ways to get it, but there's pretty much just one right way to get it. And if you take any shortcuts, normally you end up getting caught slipping and paying a price for that particular shortcut.
Okay.
It might, once again, you might have made a whole bunch of money real fast for a couple months, but now you can't do it. You might not be able to do it anymore. You dang sure can't come back to your man and be like, "Yo, I'm done doing the OnlyFans." If I ever date a woman and I'd be like, "Did you have an OnlyFans account?" and she said, "I had it for a couple months," the date is over. At this point, I'm just trying to smash and take her home. You know what I'm saying? You've already. It's a lot of women out there who turn into amateur porn stars, and ain't nobody trying to date a porn star. Just saying, but the money was easy. I mean, you gotta learn how to think long term. But that's not about Father's Day. That's just about common sense, I think.
True.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sorry. I get on that tangent, but I just these people panicked and did just absolutely crazy stuff. I mean, over 3 million people signed up for OnlyFans at the beginning of this pandemic, and just to be here and like, well, now you can't do it anymore. But 3 million plus people, bruh, that's a lot of people to think to roll through that pandemic.
Well, I mean,
and just to be,
that makes sense. Though. I mean, think about it. Think about it real quick, though. I mean, it makes sense. Let's think about Atlanta, Georgia, real quick. You know, when you think about when everything was shut down, you know, we had what, maybe 20 plus strip clubs here in Atlanta? Could be more. And then you think about it, they have maybe 100 dancers, maybe.
I have no idea, but
I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? So you figure at 100 per place, and then you think about not just Georgia alone, so you got to figure about all the other states and everywhere else. So, yes, you got to think about all those women who make money by dancing at a strip club. They still want to continue that service. They want to not only do it at home, right? And then probably
making more.
They probably making more because now all I got to do is, now they got a room set, pole and everything, get dance, and then they get done. They go right, you know what I'm saying? They don't got to deal with no harassment, dues, nothing. They just, hey, I'm on 20 hour, done, ching ching. But y'all probably thinking, how the heck y'all get to OnlyFans? Well, we just talking about how the whole man bashing part, and we kind of went down the rabbit hole a little bit.
Yeah, we should back off of this topic, but the point being is that. The point being is that as a father, and for real talk, we hear now is that, the disrespect level that comes with being a male in this country is going down quite significantly. This is a good Father's Day for me because, honestly, when the last time you heard any Me Too jump? And being able to work from home, I don't even have to deal with people that might stress me out. And the people around me, not real talk. It's just better to be a man right now in 2020. This is a horrible year that just happens to be good for dudes.
Facts.
Who knew? But nah, for real. So anyway, just moving on for that. But yeah, Father's Day's good. It is. I still got disrespected in the gift department significantly again. But I've learned my lesson. You really do have to let people know that Christmas is coming.
No, you don't. They know it's coming. What do you mean let them know Christmas is coming? You don't have to. They know it's coming.
They might not believe you, though.
Well, man, I ain't got nothing. Nothing. Now, one thing I did say, I mean, also, before we get more deep in this, man, how was the Juneteenth, man? That was on, Friday, so it's kind of a good week for us, per se, when you think about it, right? Because you have Friday, Juneteenth, and then boom, you got Father's Day, Sunday, today, so how was your Juneteenth?
Well, I need to find a way to say this because I'm going to tell you what happened, but I'm not going to give you the story yet because I got to figure out a way to make it exciting. But so me, my nephew, my brother-in-law, and my nephew's son, so my other nephew and my son, we went fishing. Well, when one of my boys. Bear in mind, 3 grown men, never been fishing before.
Oh, really?
So
I did something new.
Yeah, but it's what's the word? Let's just say I wanna find a way to make sure when I dramatize the story, that it comes across well. It was good, man. It was some stupid stuff that happened too.
Okay. Well, that might be another show we can talk about. Family outings, stories, something like that. So okay,
Remember when we did the show about I should be dead? Those kind of stories. It ain't that bad. But yeah, bro. I'm sorry, I can't stop laughing. I want to make sure when I tell this story, I give it the right amount of energy.
Okay, then we'll hold off on that. So, but outside of the family time, y'all went fishing and XYZ. How was the actual, that's because we're celebrating Juneteenth, which is the freedom of African Americans in the United States.
Honestly, I chilled. It's not okay. Real, you want to take me back to the serious mode. It's I've had some conversations recently, explaining to some people. You will be surprised at the number of people. This isn't about Father's Day, so this is a different rabbit hole. We might should have did a different show on this. But let me give you this. So I'm talking with my uncle, who we are not close to at all. Okay, I'm not close to him at all.
Okay,
but my uncle was a corrections officer. He's retired now, but he was in the military, and when he came out of the military, he was a corrections officer until he retired. So he was in corrections for like 30 years, right?
Okay.
Cool. And talking to older black people about Juneteenth, it might be amazing the amount of stuff your people don't know.
Oh wow!
But they willing to preach to you about it. And I said that to say he was a corrections officer, so I messed up. So I said, "Oh, I didn't know you was a corrections officer." Once again, we're not close. I mean, I think I talked to him more on Friday than I've ever talked to him all together throughout my entire life.
Okay.
That's how not close we are. But, we sat down. He started telling me some stories about him and my dad growing up that I had never heard before. Interesting conversation. My dad passed years ago, and he was an absentee father, so it ain't like I knew my dad at all. So I was happy to have that. But the conversation rolled around to what he did for a living and everything, and I accidentally asked a question. All right, since you have been doing corrections officer and law enforcement, tell me, how do you feel? I mean, what happened? Tell me some stories about law enforcement, and being a corrections officer. And he did. And I'm going to tell you right now, I was hot. All right.
Okay.
Some of the stuff he told me was painful. Some of the stuff they did to the inmates, some of the stuff you had to do to make the inmates behave and all this, brutal stuff, right?
Right.
That all the prisoners know what's going on in jail, but what you gonna do? That's why, once again, you ain't nothing but a cop in an enclosed environment if you're a CO, right?
Right.
So he told me this, and I was like, well, same story. I said, so looking at what the riots are about right now, because we had an argument about the riots too. He totally disagreed with people out burning down stuff and they doing it the wrong way. Pretty much, I'm going to say it, white supremacist talking points. You disagree with the way we protesting, but you want us to keep voting this stuff, and you don't want us to destroy property because it goes against your career and training as a corrections officer. But you don't think that any of this stuff is valid for them to riot about. You don't think they have a valid reason to riot, right?
Right.
And he's like, no. I said, see, and this is why I don't think me and him ever gonna get together again. But see, you're the problem. You right there is the problem. You know what I'm saying? I said, and I also asked him, I was like, I can't really put the whole conversation line by line, but I also asked him, how many people were incarcerated where you served that you truly think didn't deserve to be there? He said, a lot of them. I said, okay, so you knew that they shouldn't have been in jail. You felt like some of them were innocent. How did you treat them? He said, I treated them the same way I treated the rest of them.
So someone innocent someone who been in jail, let's say they got put over for a speeding ticket, right? and they had other stuff going on, and they had to be in jail for 30 days, but they couldn't get bailed out, and somehow they get processed longer because no one there to bail them out, right? So they're in jail with people who have killed, raped, whatever it may be, and they're there just for a speeding ticket, and they're being treated as if they were killers themselves, is what you're saying.
Yeah, like everybody else. You can't show favoritism, but I'm like, but you really didn't feel like they needed to be there. You felt like they were innocent. I said, and I was like, statistically speaking, more black men have been put in jail and have jail records for child support than drug charges. Do you know this? It's more men. It's more men in jail. I'm not going to say prison, but in jail for child support than drug charges. It's more men in jail for not being able to pay child support than violent assault, than rape. Okay, child support. Why are you treating these men like they're the scum of the earth? If they end up for not being able to pay child support, they didn't break no crime outside of choosing the wrong woman to have a baby with.
And what do you say?
Oh, he still buys guns. It's just what you got to do. When you're a CEO, you got to do a job, and you can't show favoritism because everybody get out of control. So you got to do everything by the book. You got to put them down. If somebody step out of line, you got to deal with it. That's fine. That's fine. You the one got me started on Juneteenth. But my comeback to his statement right there was, that's the problem with everything. That's why we're rioting in the street, because once you put on that suit, you become part of the system, and the system is the problem. You don't care what nobody did to get in jail. Your job is to keep order inside the jail. Well, that's the problem, because the rules that you are going by are wrong. They are unfair. They treat people unfair, and they're abusive. You think that since you was a CO, you think the officers are right? He was like, well, I don't think Keisha Lance Bottoms was right to have that dude fired. She didn't even, she got to support and unify the police. I said, no, she don't. I said, that's the problem. We didn't elect her to keep the police happy. We elected her to lead us in our city. And part of leading us in the city is making sure that if anybody get out of hand, she put her foot down. So he, once again, I had no idea, bro. I walked into this, and the more me and him talked, I realized that we was on different sides of the divide. He believes differently. So I spent my Juneteenth trying to convince an older black man that some of his views might have been in error. I might have wasted my time, but I tried.
Well, when you think about that, I mean, kind of you did something kind of positive for Juneteenth, besides, maybe grilling or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we're going to celebrate Juneteenth, and that is it, So that was, I say this. You may not get another invite to the house again.
I might have messed that up.
You might have messed that up, but actually you probably don't care anyway, because that's not the company you want to keep anyway, right?
Yeah. I mean, and once again, he failed.
But it doesn't matter. All family ain't, Yeah. Because we family doesn't mean, we gotta be best friends.
And that's, bruh. But it scared me because this is what we're fighting against. Like, did you see the Dave Chappelle show, the 846? It's on Netflix.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right. So what Dave Chappelle, once again, first off, I want to say this. Dave Chappelle has always been one of the funniest comedians I ever known. But when he decides to stop telling jokes and stand up and and talk about stuff from her, this dude is incredibly intelligent. He has wisdom. I don't know. I don't know if I'm here to tell him that because we the same age. But Dave Chappelle, if he ever goes into politics or something like that, this dude could be a powerful speaker. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But either way, yeah, Dave Chappelle, when he gave that 846 and he threw it out there, he was like, "You young people out there who are doing what you're doing, I don't have anything to say. I support you. In 1992, when we rioted for the exact same thing with Rodney King in 1992, police brutality, it was the exact same thing. I did my part. You know what I'm saying? I said my piece. I protested with the rest of them. And when when it broke down from a peaceful protest to a not so peaceful protest, I stayed for a little while. Then I made my way home. But yeah, sometimes talking doesn't work. And my job now at my age where I'm at mentally, I'm very good at speaking, I think, sometimes. And I'm not going to throw bricks at the police. I'm not there to do that. But if you come within my sphere of influence, I'll talk to you. I will try to change your way of thinking to the best of my ability, if at all possible. I'm past that. I'm more in the teacher mode more so than the activist mode at this point in my life.
Okay. Understandable. Well, let's say this, so what I did for my for Juneteenth,
Yeah. Lighten the mood. What you do?
I'm lining up because yours was kind of deep, but it was still on kind of the same lines. I didn't have an opportunity to be around other family because I'm still practicing that social distancing. You know what I'm saying? Get back. But I have two little people that I brought into this world. So my son and daughter. So I took that time to really pour into them the understanding of Juneteenth, and because they're so young. So we they're what 6 and 7, right? My daughter be 8. She'll be 8 in July, but 6, 7 years old, they still kids. They don't know how to tie their own shoes. You know what I'm saying? So, but still, I sat with them, have a conversation with them, show them a little video on YouTube, a kid version video about Juneteenth and then the importance of of that day and a little history, and then talk to them about your skin and what makes you different, and people will look at you totally different because of your skin. I don't raise my kids to hate anyone or dislike anyone, but I do let them know that because your skin is brown, you'll be looked at differently, and things that someone else may do, you got to work 10 times harder to do what they may get something. They might get something that you want. You got to work 10 times harder as them. So I'm preparing them to be hard workers. You know what I'm saying? And I understand. I tell them it's not fair, but this is where we at in life. But no one's giving nothing to you for free. Nothing. No one's going to feel bad for you. So just more pour into the kids, and I'm always on them anyway about school and everything else though. But I really took the time and sat with them and talked to them about Juneteenth, the importance of history, and we're free. And technically we're still not free, but they don't know. They're still young, but they'll know very shortly, because I'm not gonna be one of the parents who don't tell their kids about their past and then they learn as they get older. No, my kids are gonna know, so they don't. So when somebody drops the N-bomb on them, I'm like, what does that mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not gonna come back like, he called me this. No. I'm gonna have a conversation with them, and then I'm gonna educate them about it too as well. So when they say it, I'm like, I want kids to be like, so what does that mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody say it to them, when somebody say it to them, I don't want them to be hurt. I don't want them to feel no pain, no crying, none of that. I want to come back like, so what does that mean? Talk to them educated. Let's look it up in the dictionary. What does it mean? And then, whatever. But the point I'm trying to make is that I'm just preparing my young king and my young prince to be ready for this cold world that we're living, which is America.
Exactly. Yeah,
which still goes into the whole topic about Father's Day, because these are the things that us men need to pour into our kids so they can be ready for the real world.
Yeah, I and I definitely 100 co-sign that, because if you don't prepare, okay, first off, I would like to, as a disclaimer, I do not enjoy the fact that us as men of color, people of color, not just men, people of color, have to prepare their kids for the brutality that they will experience, not just from growing up, because the world is a harsh place, but because they are black, or I would say minority, but me and you both know not all minorities feel the same way we do.
Fact. So, yep, because you're black, so let's keep it black.
Yeah. It gets a little bit old. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm talking to, here's the thing, and I'm going to say this. Another thing that I had to really point out to my uncle about being black in America, of course, my son is autistic. My oldest child is autistic. He is not going to listen. If he gets into a position where he's not with somebody there to supervise him, and the police show up, he's not going to follow directions. He's not going to stop and lay down and put his hand, but he's not going to do any of that. And if you run up and put your hands on him, he's going to resist, because I haven't taught him to be passive when somebody put their hands on it. You know what I'm saying? Fight. You have a God-given right to fight for your life, right?
Right.
So I said all that to say that if I'm supporting the protest, because if my son ever finds himself in the street without somebody there to direct him or guide him, my son might not come home from a police interaction.
That's deep.
That's why I support this protest. It ain't. I don't want them burning down Lennox. I don't want them burning down police stations and houses. But the fact is, I am afraid for my son, and it's not fair that I should be afraid of him not coming home just because the police showed up. You know what I'm saying?
No, I agree 100%. 100% times 10 times a million.
And yeah. So that's all this Juneteenth. It's like I've been reveling in my blackness for the last couple of weeks, and it's getting real hard to acknowledge non-black points of view for a little while.
No, and I get it. So, you know, and even on top of that, too, I want to go back to something you said earlier today about, you know, for the fathers out there, or the men. And, yeah, for the fathers out there who who's on a high chair right now, that with everything that's still going on as far as work, as far as being black, and as far as being in America, that we still got our shit together, right? You know what I'm saying? When you think about it, like, kudos, because, you know, like you have to understand, you know what I'm saying, for any fathers and men out there who's still able to, one, pay their rent and mortgage, right? Still be able to provide food, still can, you know, do things, buy things, you know, to still live a comfortable life outside of going out in the world. You understand what I'm saying? Like, for me personally, like, you know, even though this 3 months I've been in the house, really, you know what I'm saying, I ain't been far, but I'm comfortable. I'm good. I'm happy with being in my man cave and working on the house and doing stuff in the backyard, and because I got a lot of space. So I'm happy with not being able to interact around work people. You know what I'm saying? I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying? It's just that. And now, fortunately, when I do go out, and when I say go out, I mean, the farthest I'm going to go out is maybe less than 10 miles away from here. And that's going to, like, you know, to the grocery store, you know, getting food, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Just getting food. That, you know, shopping and stuff. Not shopping and buy, some new Jordans. No, not that type of shop. I'm talking about, like, food, materials for the house, whatever, right? But even though I'm going to those short, you know, those places of just get, you know, stuff essential items that I need, I still have to be on my P's and Q's. Like, when I leave here, I just, you know, the non-black fathers out there, they just grab the keys and they go. You know what I'm saying? Black men out there, shoot, let me go and put my mask on. You know what I'm saying? Make sure I got my license. Make sure I got my ID. Make sure I don't look the description right. Secondly, make sure I got my gun, and make sure it's not. Make sure it's concealed where people really can't see it. Even though I can have it out if I wanted to, but black folks, we can't do that because if we walk out with a gun on our hip, just walking around, people won't call 911, and next thing we won't get shot, right? So I gotta make sure I keep it concealed where people can't see it, right? Just so I can get to my destination, buy everything, make sure I got cash, right? I don't want to have a check, so I make sure I got cash. You know what I'm saying? Make sure I got debit. Make sure I got the money in the account, so I don't have to worry about any new interactions. So when I do buy stuff, I can get it and I can go and be on my merry way. That's the most heart racing moments I have now. It's like, okay, I gotta go and get some shit. You know what I'm saying? Because everything else I can order. You know what I'm saying? Thank God that Amazon's still on a Black Lives Matter. They're in a good place, so I ain't ripped them off yet. So, I'm still ordering stuff, so that's good. But outside of that, that's like the most high intensity heart rate I get outside me working out is going out and going to the store and getting back, because it's like, one, make sure I don't get COVID. Two, make sure I don't fit the description or get shot by a cop. And three, I'll make sure there's no crazy white supremacists running around trying to shoot and kill and hang people. So yeah, it's a lot going on.
Yeah, you know what? I think we should wrap up. I don't want to wrap up the call, by the way, but I think we should wrap up the Father's Day portion, because we should definitely chop up the fact that what they say, 10 black people have been hung in the last week from trees.
All right, hold out that. We'll come back to that. Hold that fact. We're going. But listen, we're gonna cut it short, but we won't go into that. But these are the things. Even though it's still this is the Father's Day talk we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen. I just want to give you an example of the things that, as a black man, has to go through on a daily basis. You understand what I'm saying? These are all the things that we have to deal with. So, yes, Juneteenth, we talked about that to the kids and all that. You talk to your uncle about that. We talk about jobs, stability. We talk about providing, safety. These are all the things that a father, man, must go through on a daily basis. So, yes, as a Father's Day is here now. So, if today, ladies and gentlemen, if you have a father out there and you didn't really appreciate the hard work and the dedication, the things that he has went through, going forward, starting today, and honestly, it don't gotta be a Father's Day to show somebody that you care and you love them and you want to be special for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the type of person, I hate when certain days come around, like Valentine's Day. No, I hate them days because I don't want to be told when I need to do something. You get what I'm saying? I take care of you all year long. Don't base one day because I didn't buy no flowers that my love for you changed. You understand what I'm saying? So it's kind of the same thing with Father's Day. Don't just wait Father's Day next year to do better. You can do better every day. What we talking about now is just things that we go through on a daily basis, and still on Father's Day, most of us still may be on the grilling for ourselves and the family for our day. Some of us won't get that pedicure or, listen, I'm 40. No, I'm not 40. Damn, I'm 38. Listen, I'm 38 years old.
Yeah, man.
Now,
not rushing.
Yeah, I ain't rushing. Listen, I'm 38 years old. Now, I only been a father going on 8 years, but I've been a godfather. Shit. Whew, maybe 10 years, right? Mm-hmm. The point I'm trying to make is that no one has ever treated me on Father's Day as far as, oh, let me go ahead and get you a spa. Let me go ahead and get you, your haircut. Oh, let me get on the grill and cook you, what you want. Let me get some steak for you.
Exactly.
So what I'm saying.
Let's go to Benihana's,
right.
Or here's a $200 main event gift card. You can just go bowling, laser tag, video games, pool all day. Just go. Never has happened.
Never. So
never.
So yeah. So it's really this is putting you on notice about fathers on Father's Day, ladies and gentlemen. And honest with you too is that and how I think about this. I don't expect my wife to do anything for me on Father's Day, right?
Wow.
And be honest with you, I don't, because I'm not her father. I'm her husband, right?
Fair enough.
You know what I'm saying? So, if anything, there should be a partnership with the kids and the mother, because I know the kids don't have money or XYZ, right? But the fact that, hey, mommy, I want to do XYZ for daddy for Father's Day. And I think it's up to I think the kids should know when Father's Day come, because Mother's Day just passed and my kids knew when Mother's Day was coming. They had a whole countdown each day of Mother's Day is coming. And I knew about it because it was on the door. I'm like, on the refrigerator door. I'm like, what's the countdown? Oh, it's for Mother's Day. I'm like, wow, I don't know, you got a countdown? But I have not seen a countdown all week coming to Father's Day. And so even though I'm not asking the wife, because I'm not her father, but I'm asking the partnership of the kids to know, because when my kids' birthday come around, they don't forget that. When Christmas come around, they don't forget that. You understand what I'm saying? When it's something that they want, they don't forget that. So I'm teaching my kids at the same time not to think about yourself all the time, but think about other people. So yes, as a father, I'm only expecting anything from my kids to do something for me, right? If that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Now, if the wife want to do something, that's cool, but it's not a requirement. I'm not holding it to her. I mean, of course, like, the kids want to cook. Of course, she's going to cook because the kids ain't burning the house down.
Well,
but you get what I'm saying, though.
1,000. I would only argue this. If okay, I'm getting up on the soapbox for half a second. But the word I want to use right now is expectations, right?
Right.
So, this is how I feel for real talk. Men have lowered the expectations for the people around them so far that we don't even expect good stuff. You know what I'm saying? Father's Day. Dude, I've gotten 2 dress shirts and a tie. I'm in my 40s. I got 2 dress shirts and a tie for Father's Day one time. Bruh, didn't that junk go out of style in the 50s? I'm not Ward Cleaver. But that's the point. When it comes to Mother's Day, here's the question I'm going to ask you straight up, right? In your mind, when I say get something for your mama or your wife for Mother's Day, there's a list that pops up in your head of things you should do. What's on that list? Give me a few items off that list.
A few, man. Let's see. Let's talk about the pedicure, right? So, I mean, here's a list of things that I could do for Mother's Day, right? So, of course,
wait. And I want to clarify. I don't want a list of like specifics. I'm saying, in your mind, you already know that she's a woman. This is the list. This is the category. What's in that? What's in that box?
Oh, of course. You want me to tell you, or you know?
Well, just throw a couple out there.
I mean, we're gonna go with the whole toes and nails, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we can throw in. Go ahead. Give him some money. Go get some shoes. Some some DSW gift cards, something like that. Or shoot, even to go ahead and give it a massage. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Even on top of the DSW shoes, some money,
Yeah.
And then if I really want to put the icing on the cake, you know what I'm saying, I'll go take the car, fill the gas up, and wash it.
Are you out your mind?
Boom! And then on top of that, and one other thing, and then dinner too. Can't forget dinner.
Oh, exactly. Oh, but and you better have got some flowers and a card.
Oh, you gotta have a card too. You gotta have a card just so which a bunch of cards pile up and you throw away anyway. But yes, card too. Yeah, a card where everybody's centered, and that's on top of their head.
Yeah, and that's once again no work. But when it comes to Father's Day, you ask somebody, well, what you get your dad? Blank stares. They brain shut down. What I don't know what you want, Dad. Something, please. Could you please think about me at all?
Yeah, and they think, oh, some boxers, a toolbox. Like, it's funny. It's funny that when they do buy you something, it's something that they can use too. So, for example, like if your wife buys you, or if for Father's Day, if anyone buys you a grill, not a new grill, but buys you a grill for Father's Day, oh, it's cool. You have a grill, but they bought that because they want you to cook on it. Look at the bigger picture.
Well, here's what I want. Here's what I want you to understand, and everybody listening to understand, because that's the basic difference between men and women, right there. You understand what I'm saying? The basic difference. When somebody buys us something, it's not disposable. A tool, you can't buy me a toolbox because you bought me a toolbox 20 years ago, and it's a toolbox. It'll last till it'll be here after I'm dead. Right?
Right.
If you get me a fishing rod, unless I break it, that fishing rod will be here till after I'm dead. If you get me a tool belt, once again, unless it breaks, it'll last for years. Right? Men want stuff. That's the difference between men and women. Always remember that. And I don't want to be pointing that out up front like it's a thing. I mean, like it's the number one point. But the stuff, they don't know what to buy us, because we know we value the stuff you give us. I don't want something like flowers that'll be dead in a week. Women love getting stuff that doesn't hold its value. You know what I'm saying? I mean, outside of jewelry, they love getting stuff that's just useless. Men, on the other hand, when you give me a gift, I need it to last for a while. But if it lasts for a while, you can't just keep buying me the same thing over and over. So I would love to be able to say, if a woman can say, I need a new set of pots, I can do that, right? Instead of getting your man, a new set of pots will cost the same much as getting your hair done. But you got to get your hair done every week.
It'd be a lot cheaper
to get a good set of pots.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Good set of pots would be way cheaper than getting their hair done. Now you could have said maybe like, more expensive than nails, yeah, but way cheaper than hair.
No, so it's still nails and a pedicure. That might be $70, $80. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good estimate. Yeah.
Okay, but you'll still need another pedicure in 2 weeks, won't you?
Facts.
So
maybe a week if you break a nail.
But for a man, you'll go to the store and buy me a nail clipper set. I don't see fair. I don't see fair at all. You bought me a $5 nail clipper set that might last me for a decade and a half, 2 decades. $5 nail clipper set, but I gotta pay $80 for you to get your stuff done that'll only last 2 weeks.
Talk to him.
I get you, bruh. I mean, that's when once you start thinking about that. It comes into focus is that me and every time we want something, the stuff that we really want, we do not want it for that month. We don't want it for that week. The stuff you really want, you really and truly expect it to be available and usable for a long time. Otherwise, for us, it's a waste of money. Outside of food, we don't buy anything that's just expected to be useless in 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
And that's why I get why we don't get nothing for Father's Day. Because I'm a grown man. If I see that I need something, I probably already got it.
And that's why I was alluding to earlier in the conversation when we first started, is that most of the time, you know what I'm saying, when I said, when Father's Day come around and, as far as what we want stuff, not all, but most men already have everything that they need. You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, if you need drawers, trust me, you're going to buy new drawers. I don't care who you is, because you don't want to be embarrassed by your girl. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
The one time she called, you wear all the underwear. Guess what? I'm throwing all my shit out and buy all new ones. Because you never going to say that again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, or how about this? A fishing rod. So you tell your girl, your wife, you want a fishing rod, right?
Right.
Now your fishing rod is a perfectly decent fishing rod, costs about $80. It fulfill your needs, right?
Right.
But you tell her, hey, babe, what you want? You know what? I can use a new fishing rod. She go out and buy $239 fishing rod, which is useless. How did you even find a fishing rod that costs $239?
Right.
I'm not trying to catch marlin in the ocean. I'm just going to the lake to catch a 1 or 2 pound bass. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so you be like, okay, note to self: do not tell her to get me something. And they even teach you how not to not ask them to get you stuff.
Right.
Like, oh, I need a pair of socks. When you say you need socks, you're thinking, yeah, just go to Walmart, get a pack of socks for $10. I don't know how many pairs coming at 10 pair of socks for $10. Sounds like a good deal to me. I could be wrong. She go to the store and she goes somewhere like Dillard's or something and get you 3 pair of socks for $30. What the hell I'm doing this? I don't even feel comfortable wearing these every day. These look like they're special socks I should wear on my way to church. And then you still get your butt up, drive right up to Walmart and get you what you told her to get. 10 pair of socks you can wear every day. Yeah. I've learned. That's how I see it, bro. Asking, I know why we don't get nothing for Father's Day. That's why the least you could do is show us some respect, some true, real respect. Because you're not going to give us what we want. You ain't even going to bother to try. You're going to get us what you want. You think it's cool to get yourself a $240 fishing rod because if you was fishing, you want the best fishing rod.
Right.
I want one that's useful. I want one that's going to fulfill my needs at that time. I don't have to impress my boy with a $250 fishing rod because he's going to look at me like, fool, what? Let's go take that back and get us like 12 cases of beer. And then get you the regular one that works for what you need. So anyway, that's why we don't get enough for Father's Day. They teach us not to ask them to buy us stuff.
Or on top of that, they know we have everything, so it's like I don't know what to get you. Shoot, like you just said, shoot, the easiest one and the cheapest one is respect.
And respect. I mean, honestly.
I mean,
that's like, hey, Dad, here's breakfast in bed. I'm gonna treat you like a king today. But I would still get mad because I think I'm just ornery sometimes. Because if you're gonna treat me like a king today, aren't I the king of my castle every day?
So you can't win. We can't win.
Exactly, bruh. The father. I saw a meme online. It was about it wasn't a meme. It was an article that some individual single mothers want to cancel Father's Day. Did you know that?
Nah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's just a couple thousand people talking this crap. But the point being is, you want to cancel Father's Day? Outside of Christmas and our birthday, that's the only other day of the year that's ours. Y'all.
And hold on. And what was the reasoning of wanting to cancel Father's Day? Like, what's the purpose?
Oh, you really gonna grind that gear?
I'm sorry. As Father's Day, I gotta ask the question. You can't say they're trying to cancel Father's Day on Father's Day, and then I want to know why. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, because some people have felt that fathers don't do enough in their kids' lives to deserve a holiday.
What?
This is actually what the article said. Fathers don't do enough in their children's lives to deserve a holiday.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh man, you know what? I need to look at that full article. I need to see who wrote it.
Yeah,
I'm sure this person has to be either a fatherless father or that deadbeat father. You know what I'm saying? Something's there. Like, how could you even say a man, the father does not deserve anything because the father hasn't done anything? Really? Okay. You know what? That's okay.
Okay. 2000. Okay, feminists refuse to suspend. Okay, I'm look this up. I'm gonna send you the article.
Okay, you find out one.
Yep.
And then guess what? We're gonna chop that up. We're gonna chop that up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna read that full article, and then we're gonna chop it up. Oh, we're gonna yes,
Yeah.
that's definitely gonna be a good chop. But yes,
I'm
yes,
offended. But
yes. As far as wrapping it up, I mean that's when it comes to Father's Day, ladies and gentlemen, that's what it is. That's what our thoughts. You know, anything you want to add as we close out here?
Yeah, I would just say I hope I know we always tend to go down because we got so much going on right now that we can't even. I personally can't even stay on a topic that's lighthearted right now because there's so much bad going on. It's so hard to be a man, especially a black man in America right now, that I tend to go down the dark rabbit holes. But honestly, I do feel blessed about the life I'm living. I feel blessed about the opportunities I have available to me, and I'm thankful for the. If I get any thought aimed in my direction, I'm grateful for it. So, yeah, happy Father's Day to all you men. I hope y'all find some happiness and hold on to it because it's cold without that love. All right, that's all I got to say. Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day to all fellas, man. Enjoy the day. I'm gonna. You know what? That's all I got to say. Happy Father's Day, and we out.
Peace.
Peace.